You are going to get locked up. You don't know anything about me. You don't know anything about me. People don't have to put up with being cursed at when they're trying to represent you. People don't. And I think you just cursed at me because I'm good at reading.
No, I did not. You're just trying to start something. I did not just curse at you.
You said I'm trying to start something, girl. Who you talking to?
Because you're being rude right now. I'm not even being rude to you. You've been rude all morning. I haven't even been rude to you.
I mean, that is so hilariously funny. I can't even put that to words. Miss Urell is like literally in the bed. I've not even addressed the fact that she's in the bed.
You ain't asked me not one question. You ain't asked me nothing. You ain't asked me.
On Urell, and then Miss Urell, I believe I gave you instructions about remaining stationary, but I may not have. So I need you to be, we're standing at the podium. Yeah, I'm frustrated too. Can you put your head up, take your hands off your eyes, and let's pretend that we're in court. If we can't pretend that we're in court physically, then we shall be in court physically. So we either have to pretend that we're there and act as if we're there, or we shall be there. We shall actually be there in person, standing at that podium. This is case number 224557001. The people of the state of...
This isn't your average day in court. What starts as a routine hearing quickly spirals into chaos, and all unfolds on Zoom. A young defendant, Sierra Urell, strolls into her pre-trial conference acting like she's on a casual video call, not facing a criminal charge. Her defense attorney is visibly drained, and Judge Bryant, known for her no-nonsense courtroom, is already testing her patience. From attitude and eye rolls to full-blown defiance, what you're about to see is a masterclass in what not to do in front of a judge. Stick around, because this case turns from mildly disrespectful to completely unhinged, and the final outcome will leave you...
Michigan versus Sierra Renee Urell. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for final pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ruder on behalf of the people.
For the record, Your Honor, Joseph Pernicano, P84918, appearing on behalf of Sierra Urell.
Ms. Urell, please unmute and state your name.
Sierra Urell.
What's your middle name, please?
Renee.
Do we need an adjournment, counsel? Or I don't know, it seems like your client is quite frustrated for some reason unknown to me. We just called the case, like we literally only called the case.
Sierra Renee Urell.
I was talking to counsel. Counsel,
yes,
did we need adjournment? Did you need to talk to your client? I'm not real sure. How are you proceeding today? Because I'm not going to proceed like with hostility. That's how stuff go left, and then stuff goes left. Sometimes it's just better to be in person, because then people they, I don't know, they act a little better, maybe they act a little less hostile. I don't know, counsel, but how are we proceeding today? Because
is it possible for me to have a breakout room with Miss Urell? If not, then we would ask for an adjournment for an in-person hearing.
You can have a breakout with her. Did you know you can have a breakout with your client for sure? And then that'll also give Mr. Haddad an opportunity now to talk to the prosecutor, because he wanted to talk to the prosecutor. Did you know how you were proceeding with respect to your client, or you?
I lost contact.
Let me just let you talk to her. Okay, that sounds good. I'll let you talk to her. Oh, I think my clerk had told me that somebody wanted to do that with their client. All right, I'm going to send you. Okay, I'll send you and your client.
Right here, Judge Bryant lays down her first major warning. Even though the hearing is virtual, she reminds the defendant that the courtroom's authority doesn't vanish behind a screen. Sierra, lounging in bed, refusing to sit up, already signals a total disregard for procedure. Judges view that as contempt, not casual behavior. In legal terms, this is where credibility begins to erode. Every sigh, every eye roll, Every hint of disrespect chips away at how seriously the court takes you. And Judge Bryant, she's not missing a thing.
On Urel, this is case number 224557001, the people of the state of Michigan versus Sierra Renee Urel. Oh, this is a recall because I called it before. Okay. Counsel, you've had an opportunity to speak with your client. How do you wish to proceed?
Yes, Judge. At this time, would you entertain a motion to withdraw?
I guess so.
Judge, there has been a
Go ahead.
May I proceed? Thank you. There has been a breakdown in the attorney-client relationship. We have fundamental differences regarding our understanding of the facts in this case, as well as the application of the law to the facts. Based on that, I would motion to withdraw at this time, again, as there has been a breakdown in the attorney-client relationship.
And Ms. Urel, do you agree with that assessment by your counsel?
I guess.
Okay, I guess. And then counsel, you were retained, correct?
No, Judge, I am appointed on this matter.
Oh, okay. You're appointed.
Yes, Judge.
So does that mean that, oh, let me get Ms. Stevenson. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Ms. Ritter, can you join me and Ms. Stevenson in breakout room number 1? And then counsel, I may need you also, but give me a moment. Ms. Ritter,
Yes, Judge.
me and Ms. Stevenson in breakout room number 1.
Yes, ma'am.
So I had an opportunity. I was trying to figure out, after you said you were appointed counsel, I was trying to figure out why you would have been appointed, because we have, defender's office. And so that's why I went in to speak with Ms. Stevenson. And then she brought it back to my remembrance. So I'm getting ready to say this to Ms. Urel.
This moment might look procedural, but it's actually critical. The judge grants the defense lawyer a breakout room to privately speak with his client, a last chance to smooth things out before things implode. But notice the tone. Both sides already sound exasperated. The lawyer's asking for a timeout. The judge is managing frustration, and the defendant still defensive. In any professional setting, this is a calm before the storm. And in courtroom terms, it's a judge giving Sierra her final lifeline before things go off the...
You're going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to be representing yourself, because Mr. Pernicano is the second lawyer that I've had appointed to you. Miss Urel, I need you to look at me, because you're looking up in the ceiling. So this Mr. Pernicano is the second lawyer that I've had appointed to you. And the only way that we do apple picking when it comes to picking lawyers is when we hire our own lawyers. So when you hire your own lawyer, then you get to decide what lawyer you want. You get your lawyer of your choosing. And then I was reminded that your mouth was foul when it came to your lawyer. And people don't have to put up with people being disrespectful and rude and whatever. Again, you're looking up in the ceiling. And I'm trying to be patient this morning. People don't have to put up with being cursed at when they're trying to represent you. People don't. And I think you just cursed at me because I'm good at reading.
No, I did not. You're just trying to start something. I did not just curse at you.
You said I'm trying to start something, girl. Who you talking to?
Look at you. You're being rude right now. I'm not even being rude to you. You've been rude all morning. I haven't even been rude to you.
My level best. I've tried my level best. And then she just had the nerve to say I've been rude all morning. She just said, I've been rude all morning. I mean, that is so hilariously funny. I can't even put that to words. So what I'm going to do is this. We're going to all just come on in.
And here we go again. After the breakout room, instead of progress, the situation comes back even worse. Sierra's attorney moves to withdraw from the case, a move judges rarely take lightly. Think about that. Your own lawyer, the person defending your freedom, doesn't want to represent you anymore. That's a red flag bigger than any outburst. The relationship has completely collapsed, and when the defense walks away, the judge knows this hearing is about to
I won't have to. I mean, I've literally not. She said I've been rude all morning. I've literally not said anything about the fact
I
that
just tell you what you said.
I've literally not said anything about the fact that Miss Urell is like literally in the bed. Like I've not even addressed the fact that she's in the bed, and she said I've been rude all morning. And then thankfully, I don't care if you're sitting up. It is inappropriate to come to court sitting up, laying down, sitting over the bed. I don't care if you're sitting up. I know you're sitting up. I can clearly see with my eyes that you are sitting up, because contrary to to your belief, because not popular to belief, I'm very intelligent. I can see that you're sitting up in the bed. What I also know is that you have been rude, and you cannot maintain a lawyer. I'm not inclined. So here's the situation we find ourselves in right now as you keep on talking, right? And the only reason that we can't hear you and it's not a disruption currently to the record is because you were on mute. And in this moment, the court is not going to allow you to unmute yourself. So here's the situation. I don't have to keep giving you a lawyer. You're confused in your thinking. I have given you 2 lawyers free. I've given them to you. I've provided them as according to what the law requires. And this is the second lawyer that the court has provided for you that wants to withdraw. It's the second lawyer. So here's the situation. I'm going to allow counsel to withdraw. And then Miss Urell is going to have to try to get her some more counsel. Miss Urell is going to have to get her own counsel. Or Miss Urell is going to have to represent herself. I will talk to the Michigan Indigent Defense Counsel office and see if they're willing to appoint one more lawyer for Miss Urell. And I believe the answer may be no.
This is a turning point. Judge Bryant takes off the gloves and delivers a stern reality check. She explains crystal clear that defendants don't get to shop around for free lawyers. If you're disrespectful, if you burn bridges, the system doesn't keep handing out replacements. The judge is firm but fair. Respect the process or face the consequences. You can almost feel her trying to give Sierra a way out, but the defendant's body language says everything. She's checked out, literally looking at the ceiling.
Because what we're not going to do is keep appointing lawyers for Miss Urell to curse out or be rude to or decide that she knows best on how to do the case. That sounds like Miss Urell needs to represent herself because she believes that she knows best how to do that. So we're going to come in person. Mr. Flanagan, we'll talk about it after the docket, but Ms. Urell needs to try to see if she can hire her own lawyer. If the MIDC appoints another lawyer to this case, and let me just let the record reflect. I know it can only be reflected in the video as opposed to in the verbal record because Ms. Urell is on mute. She is slamming her hands together. She is continuously talking while the court is talking. She is slamming her hands together. She now has her hands on her head, and it's just inappropriate. So we're going to come in person in 2 weeks, and we're going to see if we can get another lawyer to do the case. And if not, that's fine too. Ms. Urell, today is January 17th. We're gonna come January 31st in person. So we're gonna set this in person at 9:02. Council, you are, let the record reflect that Ms. Urell does have her hand up, and I am going to allow for her to unmute, but I'm going to state in advance and for the record that if you are rude, if you are yelling, if you are anything other than, and then let the record reflect that she is also sent directly to me, which is inappropriate, right? She has sent a chat saying, so I'm trying to figure out, you just not go let me say none, N-U-N. So that's what's in the chat. So let me just indicate for the record that is inappropriate to say to the judge. That's
Here's where it all unravels. Sierra talks back, denies swearing, and accuses a judge of trying to start something. In courtroom terms, this is a disaster. Arguing with a judge on record is one of the fastest ways to lose any sympathy from the bench. You can actually hear the shift in Judge Bryant's tone, from patient to almost disbelieving. She's incredulous that someone could be this dismissive of the process. By now, the court's patience has officially run out, and the decision to bring this hearing in person is no longer a threat. It's a guarantee.
It appears that we might need to submit the matter for a competency evaluation, but I'm going to allow you to unmute, and you're going to be respectful to me, or I'm going to mute you back. And there's nothing funny going on in my courtroom. There's nothing funny. So again, if we're not going to be respectful, then we're going to go back on mute. Okay, so you can unmute yourself, Ms. Urell.
I could talk now.
Ms. Urell, what do you want to
I
say
just
to the
asked, could
court?
I speak, and you just looked around and didn't say anything.
Ms. Urell, what do you want to say to the court? This is my last time asking you.
Okay, what I want to say to the court is, how y'all just go off of what some lawyer saying? You ain't asked me not one question. You ain't asked me nothing. You ain't asked me nothing.
First of all, lower your voice because you're yelling at me.
Because you sitting here trying to make it just off of what a lawyer said.
Allow that. Second of all, I specifically said, so let's rewind.
No, I know exactly what you said.
Because your memory is not, your memory is failing you, and let the record reflect that I've muted Ms. Urell. So when counsel asked to withdraw.
At this stage, the outcome is sealed. The judge allows the attorney to withdraw and informs Sierra that she'll either hire her own lawyer or represent herself. It's a stunning but predictable conclusion. Two lawyers, both gone because of her attitude. This moment shows exactly how courts handle chronic disrespect. The system keeps functioning, but the defendant loses ground fast. What began as a pre-trial check-in just became a one-way ticket to self-representation. The hardest road possible in any criminal case.
And when counsel asked to withdraw, I specifically said, Ms. Urell, do you agree with that assessment? And then Ms. Urell said, I guess so. That's what Ms. Urell said. So let the record be clear that I, in fact, asked Ms. Urell if she agreed with the assessment. So I'm going to go ahead and set the matter for January the 31st for a final pretrial conference. It is in person at 9:02. We are going to contact the Michigan Indigent Defense Council to see if they will appoint a third lawyer for Ms. Urell. this will be the third and final lawyer appointed. If this relationship does not work out for Ms. Urell, then we are going to, let me disable the chat because Ms. Urell continues to speak to me in the chat, which is inappropriate. So I'm going to disable the chat. And then we are going to, Ms. Urell, if you would stop yelling, if you would pay attention, then I would take you off mute. But like literally right now, you're yelling, literally. And the only reason that we can't hear is because you're off mute. Now, what I'm going to do, let me just read for the record what she sent to me directly in the chat, which was inappropriate. Can you let me know if you're going to let the record reflect that she's clearly, like, she's, even in this moment when I'm trying to read what she wrote in the chat, she's literally yelling. But the only reason we can't hear her is because she's on mute. So she chatted me, and Madam Prosecutor, and her chat says, can you let me know if you're going to lock me up? No, okay. No, KNOW. So I can get my babysitter in order. Now, what's interesting to me is that I've not said anything about locking anybody up. We're coming in like I'm literally trying to get Miss well, let me say this to you. So you can unmute, because what's going to happen is if you keep cursing at me, what's going to happen is you are going to get locked up. Now, it's
that's
not
your goal anyways. That's your game plan anyways.
You don't know what my game plan is. You don't know anything about me. You don't know anything about me. So we're going to come in person January 31st at 9:02. We're going to contact the Michigan Indigent Defense Council, and we're also going to order a competency evaluation. So this is third lawyer. January 31st at 9:02 in person. Mr. Pernicano, you are discharged from the case.
So what did we just witness? A complete breakdown of courtroom decorum from start to finish. Sierra Urell learned the hard way that judges don't tolerate defiance, lawyers won't defend chaos, and every action in court has consequences. Whether in person or over Zoom, respect is still the strongest defense you can bring. Judge Bryant's patience was remarkable, but even she reached her limit. And as the saying goes, when you argue with the court always wins.